Hi everyone, Jules here. I wanted to do a little video for you guys. I actually need to make a spirit vessel for myself, and this one's going to be for Hecate specifically. This is something that is in our family, and this is what we follow. You make it your own, as always with all of our spell work. We make it our own and as personal to us as possible. So, to begin, I'm going to start with a list of ingredients. Now, if you don't have everything on this list of ingredients, that is okay. It's totally fine. Okay. Just make do with what you have. Okay, so preferably, this should be done on a new moon, which is most associated with Hecate, if that's the direction you're going in as well. Do whatever you need to do, but that's what this one's specifically for. So for this one, you need a cauldron. This is the vessel that we will be putting things into to make this. It's almost like a witchcraft booster and helps bring Hecate in to my workings, and also helps to prevent curses to be done to you. I heard something outside. Okay, so you need your vessel. You need a stone about fist size. A cemetery stone is preferable. Why do I keep having problems with that word? But that's what you should do. Or crossroads. This one is cemetery. 9 pennies. Snakeskin. Now this one is really exactly what I have. I am going to read some suggested more stuff that you can put into it if you wanted to. But snakeskin, wormwood, mugwort, belladonna, frog bones, graveyard dirts. In this case, I have suicide, devil's chair, and serial killer. Cemetery oak, cedar, bay leaves, honey, red wine. I have some crystals. I have garnet, obsidian, and quartz. And honestly, I don't even know where I got this garnet from. Also, with this one, I will be using cremains, so it is actually human ashes. You could use human bones if you have access to those. Obviously, source them legally. Okay, with cremains, cemetery hemlock, which is good for Hecate. Rue. I have a Proctor's Ledge rock that I'll be putting in there, and Proctor's Ledge, if you don't know, is the actual site of the Salem witch hangings. Match tips or sulfur, something along those lines. Alcohol with mix of cedar, rue, essential oils. I also added frankincense to that as well. Okay, so first we are going to start with the vessel, and I'm going to bring it to my altar really quickly. It's behind the camera. You'll still be able to kind of hear what's going on. But I'm basically I'm going to be calling upon Hecate, and I'm going to be lighting flames into this. I will come back over here when I do that part. So let me just bring it to my altar. And I'll call upon Hecate, and I will come back. But first I'm just going to go through exactly what we'll be doing, and then we'll do it step by step. So first we're going to spark this, and there's a bunch of steps involved with that. Not too many. It's very doable. And we present it to the 4 directions. And then we take our stone, and we're going to consecrate this as well. So you need another fireproof vessel for this. So we're going to put our alcohol mixture onto this as well and light that on fire so we can spark that. And that'll awaken the stone, obviously, to be used as a fetish for the vessel. Then we build our spirit vessel. So this will have dirts, it'll have the different herbs and the different crystals, and the stone is actually going to go in there as well. So it's a layered, magnificent, powerful being that you can have in your home. This one specifically will be in my shop. So if you stop by, you can see it. If you have any questions, obviously you know to ask. So, yeah. So you just add all your cool stuff to it. And then, we talk to Hecate. We leave room for future offerings. That is important. And then we present, once it's finished, we present it to her and then we breathe the life into it. And then we also fumigate, we put outside. That I will do off camera, but I will explain to you what I will be doing once we get that far. So there's a little list of optional ingredients that you can include as well. Fur, teeth, bones, leather, shed, skin or hide fragments of a dog, snake, horse, or other sacred Hecate symbol. 9 small obsidian, garnet, clear quartz, silver coin or jewelry, samples from 9 crossroads, samples from any domain your vessel will honor, 9 small black metallic stones, preferably lodestones, black poplar, buckthorn, datura, henbane, pomegranate, benzoin, and that would go in the alcohol mix, and mercury, something with mercury, a mercury tablet, something closed. Okay, so now we're just going to get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my beautiful vessel over, and I will be calling upon Hecate to come watch over our right. Okay. Now I'm going to go off camera just for a split moment, and I'm going to say my calling upon Hecate stuff, and I'll be right back. You'll be able to hear it. Come, infernal, terrestrial, heavenly Hecate, goddess of the broad roadways of the crossroad, thou who goest to and fro at night, torch in hand, friend and lover of darkness, thou who dost rejoice when the dogs are howling and warm blood flows, thou who art walking amid the phantom and in the place of the tombs, thou whose thirst is blood, thou who dost strike chill and fear in mortal hearts, Gorgo, Mormo, moon of 1,000 forms, hear my call. Please bless this rite. So I put 3 spoonfuls of our alcohol mixture that has the essential oils and the alcohol. This is 90%. So it has to be strong. You can use a liquor alcohol if that's what you have. as you light your vessel, you need to be thinking of the cleansing energy that this is creating. You can imagine the white light. Once the flame is out, you take a cloth, which I'm just using paper towel. You can use a linen, any kind of linen that you might be okay with not having anymore. Okay. Now, the next step for this is we are going to be putting a symbol on the bottom of it, and this is Hecate's symbol. And this, I'm using a chalk marker. And this is going to be lit and activated. So you just take your vessel, make sure it's cooled down after you did all that crazy stuff. And you draw the symbol. And obviously you can do whatever symbol goes with your deity or its purpose. And I will show you mine. Okay. So then we're gonna take our matches. I'm just gonna flip it upside down completely. And as you light this, I put the match tip in the center. And as you light this, this is going to activate the seal. Okay, now that part is done for the vessel. Now what I'm going to do with the vessel is present it to the 4 directions, and then I will set it to the side. And as I present them to the 4 directions, I will be over by my altar. Again, you will be able to hear what's going on. You can call the directions however you need to call the directions. I'm gonna do it my family way. So I will be right back, but you'll hear what's going on. Hail Boreas, wind of the north. Hail Polos, who holds the northern sphere. Attend and bless this rite. Hail and welcome. I present to you this vessel. Hail Notos, wind of the south. Hail Krios, who holds the southern sphere. Attend and bless this rite. Hail and welcome. I present to you this vessel. And a beacon for my witchcraft. Hail Euros, wind of the east. Hail Hyperion, who holds the eastern sphere. Attend and bless this rite. Hail and welcome. I present to you this vessel as a conduit for Hecate's essence. Divine essence. Hail Zephyros, wind of the west. Hail Levitos, who holds the western sphere. Attend and bless this rite. Hail and welcome. I present to you this vessel as a conduit for Hecate's divine essence, as well as a beacon for my witchcraft. Now I am done with this for the moment. We're going to set this aside. Now I'm going to take my stone, and we are going to present this as well. And I'm going to present it to the 4 directions, and then we will put it in our secondary fireproof vessel to activate this. So again, I will be going to my altar for this, and hopefully you can hear what's going on. Hail Euros, wind of the east. Hail Hyperion, who holds the eastern sphere. I present to you this stone as a conduit. Hail Notos, wind of the south. Hail Krios, who holds the southern sphere. I present to you this stone as a conduit of Hecate's divine essence. Hail Zephyros, wind of the west. Hail Iactos, who holds the western sphere. I present to you this stone as a conduit of Hecate's divine essence. Hail Boreas, wind of the north. Hail Polos, who holds the northern sphere. I present to you this stone as a conduit for Hecate's divine essence, as well as a beacon for my witchcraft. Okay, so we presented it to the 4 directions. Now we will put this in the center. We will put about 3 tablespoons of our alcohol and essential oil mixture to cleanse the stone. Now, As this stone is being lit, you should be praying to Hecate. You could be doing it inside or out loud. For this case, I am going to do it inside. With that being done, the next step for this stone is to get anointed with the olive oil. And then we start building our vessel. So this will be the last step altogether. So we are going to take the stone doesn't have figure. Alright, so the other side of this is just a little bit wet. That's why I'm going to light it right here to get this other side. Okay, so now that it is cooled, you will take the index and middle finger with your dominant hand and we anoint this with oil completely. I can smell the rue. I had rue essential oils. Essential oil. Okay, so if you have sulfur, you can put it in the bottom of the vessel. We're not going to be lighting these. I'm going to go ahead and put 3. Okay. And we'll put our stone. Actually, I'm going to put the bay leaves first. It's just whole bay leaves. You can get these in many places. It is something that is commonly associated with Hecate. So you can put that in there. And actually, before the bay leaves, I'm going to put a little bit of dirt. Now, usually you're supposed to use your 9 crossroads dirt, but I do not have the 9 crossroads. Like I stated in the beginning, I have suicide, serial killer. And the whole time you're building your spirit vessel, you should be thinking of its intention, of what exactly it is that you're putting into your working. Next step is we surround the stone with wormwood, which again is sacred to her. Okay, now we're going to add more dirt. And this is going to go up to just before it gets covered. Once you get to the point where it's just about to be covered, that is when you pour your small libation of wine. Then you're going to do the honey and the olive oil onto the stone. This is so nice that I can actually just make something while I show you how to make it. Okay. So, here's the oil. And this is something that you are going to be feeding it as the years go on, which I'll explain at the end as well. This is where you add all the fun stuff. And this is where you can get really personal, right? So I'm going to add my coins. And this is when you would add the silver. If you had the silver, it could be the coin or a piece of jewelry. You can add the 9 black stones, your sets of 9 crystals, all the animal fur, the bones, all the goodies. All the goodies. So I have some belladonna. crystals. I need a quartz. Hold on. Well, I am out of quartz at the moment, so I will add that later. If there's stuff that you want to add later, you can. That's totally fine. Alright, so I have all sorts of things to add. So I'm just going to add all my hodgepodge of stuff. This is my cemetery oak. My cemetery hemlock. Some rue. Some cedar. I have a whole tray of fun stuff. This is mugwort. Then once we do this, I will be bringing it to my altar, but I will be reciting that out loud. So I am going to add all this stuff. All sorts of fun stuff. So I have antlers, some bones, some feathers, some railroad spikes, look at that, it landed perfectly. Sorry for all the loud noises. This is one of my favorite parts. Look at this. This is beautiful. Oh, that is dope. Okay, so let me go to my altar and do my incantation. I might need 2 hands for that, so 1 second. Hecate, goddess of the crossroads, queen of the witches, I present to you this vessel, so it may be blessed and empowered to serve you as a loving conduit worthy to manifest your mighty presence. Okay. Now this part I am going to do off camera as well. And that is the triple libation, which is the oil, the wine, and the honey. And then I will speak with my vessel. Gorgeous. My goodness. Okay, so I just wanted to say what I did over there really quickly, and that was I showed this to Hecate. I asked her to bless it as one of her conduits, and then I gave it a splash of wine, honey, and oil, and then I spoke to it as if I were telling it a secret. I got it close. And this is what I said. I said, Titaness, you hold all keys, open all gateways, and your hand guides all witchcraft. Open now this vessel, Hecate, awaken and breathe. And then you blow 3 breaths into the vessel. Now, this is where I pretty much end the video, but I'm going to explain what you do after this. So what I'm going to be doing, this involves a lot of outside stuff. This is why I'm going to do it off camera, but I'm going to tell you how to do it real quick. So, you take this outside, you set it away from light, extinguish any candles if you have any candles going. You can burn Hecate incense or any kind of ritual incense that you have, and you let the darkness fill the vessel. Using your left hand, fan the incense smoke into the vessel and close it with a lid before the smoke can escape. So you're fumigating it with the incense. And then you present the newly closed vessel to the 4 directions, just as I did before. You start with the east and you go clockwise. And then after you present this fumigated and closed, which I'll probably just put a wrapping over it somehow. I'll figure it out. Only because I have big things in this one. So that's the point of all of this, is you're building this personal to yourself. You can add your own fingernails and hair to the cauldron. You know, you can make it as personal as you want. You could add whatever you think she would like and would like to harness her energy into. So you should keep it kind of near your statue. This is my statue right here. And she'll be at the top of the altar. This will be at the bottom of the altar. Underneath it is good. And they'll work together like that. That's why you should have them together, but if you can't, that's fine too. Work, you know, you gotta work with what you have. And then, a very important step of this is to mark your calendar on the day that you make it. Because once a year, on that lovely day, so mine would be today, January, oh, it's 14th now, huh? January 14th. And every year, you do the same thing. You give it the 3 libations, the wine, honey, and oil, and you fumigate it, just like you did, and you present it, and everything like that. So if you have any questions on this is fairly simple, but very powerful in the end. And also, if something does happen to your vessel, make a new one. It'll be fine. You can bury it at a crossroads preferably, but you can bury it and then the powers will leave it and go into whichever spirit vessel you make next. So just follow the same thing. Like I said, once I'm done with this, once I close out this video, that's what I'll be doing, is fumigating, letting darkness fill the vessel, and presenting the final product to Hecate and the 4 directions. So, if you have any questions about any of this, let me know. Share this video. Get some more spirit vessels going around for all of our viewers out there. This is a very, very powerful tool to have and to be able to feed. You can still put offerings in there. I love it. It's amazing. So, if you don't have one, this is a very, very simple way to do that. Well, thank you for watching. And make sure you're subscribed. And comments. Leave some comments for me. Have a good night, everyone.